Hi, we're back. We wanted to do another video on our armored vehicles. If you recall, we did a video on our ship earlier. If you haven't got a chance to look at that, we'll go ahead and zoom out. Our landing craft, we just did one, and then we had built some vehicles to go with the landing ship, and we wanted to kind of walk you through how we built those and give you an idea on kind of the features that we put into them. To start with, I'm going to go ahead and move some of these out of the way here. We'll start with our tracked vehicle, which is right here. And the track vehicle, I can't remember which set we got the tracks from, but these are actually moving tracks here. It might have been a construction set that we had. We also wanted to put kind of a little turret on it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here just a little bit so we can see a little better here. We wanted to put a little turret on it, so we actually built used some antennas, and then we actually this goes up and down. We actually have some a Lego guy's legs here to give us movement up and down. The other thing we did was made a couple different ways to get in and get out. One in the back here we have a door that raises up, and you can see here that would just kind of give them back entry into the vehicle. We also have, I'm going to flip this around here, we also have a way to get in from the front here. So this, actually the top here, we're going to open up first. This here opens up, and then we can get in from the top down, and we can go ahead and show you from the side. That just lifts straight up. And then also from the front of the vehicle itself to get into the cab, we have this part lifts up here, so we can stick a man in there if we wanted to, and go ahead and drop him in there. It gives you an idea of the size of it. All that stuff closes up, but we'll go ahead and move this a little closer. You can see here how we built that. So moving on here, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Our next vehicle is something very similar. It's a 6-wheel drive. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit on this, and or 8-wheel drive, I'm sorry. And we built a very similar turret. You can see here we have the Lego man's legs, and we have a couple antennas to simulate weapons. This vehicle also has a trailer on it, so we can pull stuff off of our landing ship. And then we didn't do a back entry on this. It's basically open in the back. We actually might have had something on there at some point that's broken off since then. But then in the front, of course, we have this lifts up, and you can fit a guy in there by that way. And then, of course, on the top, there's an open entry up here. So get in. So that's our other vehicle, and we'll go ahead and move this out of the way and move on. This is basically here more of a personnel carrier. So we have, again, same thing with the simulated weapon here. We have some Lego man's legs. The front opens up here, so somebody can climb into the front. And then in the back, we actually have a little ramp that goes up and down. So kind of a neat little feature. I'm going to put more pictures on our Google Plus page, so if you wanted to see more detailed pictures, we'll put a bunch up there after we get the video uploaded here. So, and like I said, that is our little personnel carrier. And then the last thing that we made, and I'm going to need to zoom out for this one, and we actually built this today. This is a crane, and I'm going to do a more detailed video on how we built the crane. If you recall, we built one on our ship also. If I zoom up here, you can see over to the left side of the ship there's a crane, and I did a full video on that. That was really hard to do, and we did a video on how we built that, how it works, and a lot of the challenges that we went into. And so I was actually going to build more of a wrecker out of this, and using kind of the stuff that we learned from the crane. And what I figured out is I could just actually build a crane as quick as I could, building a wrecker piece that moves up and down and can lift things. So this actually works here. I have 2 knobs. I have one on the right side, which actually will raise and lower. You can see the pallet I have, or the Lego bricks there. They're actually lowering. That spins, and then I can actually raise and lower the boom. So on the left side here, we can lower the boom, we can raise the boom, and move stuff around. So the front of it, we also did something kind of unique. We actually have to get in, you lift up and move over, and this actually gets us into the crane itself. So you can see here, and I actually have a piece falling off here. I'm going to go ahead and put back on. I should have made this more stable, but didn't really have time today, so I'm just going to take that off for now. But yeah, and so to shut it, same concept, just goes up and goes over and then shuts. And then the crane, actually, the boom can fold. So if we put this down, and I'm going to go and move this over here a little bit, we'll take the front off here. we will lower the boom, and it actually folds over itself. So if we pull up here, it actually will lift up and then close down over itself. And like I said, we're going to do a separate video on the crane itself so we can kind of show you how we built it, and get you some more details on that. Again, it's not the easiest thing to do as far as building cranes that work, but we've kind of, I think, honestly, off of our boat crane, we've kind of mastered that right now. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, look forward for our other videos. We did one on a seaplane also that we just built, and did quite a few on our large landing ship. We did one on our landing craft, and definitely subscribe. We're actually playing with Legos again, so as we're building stuff, and what we're trying to do is build some unique stuff that's not the run-of-the-mill Lego, to give people ideas. We use YouTube a lot to get ideas, so we'd like to kind of help give back and show our ideas. But thank you so much for watching. Definitely like our video and definitely subscribe. Have a great day.